Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I will have a separate video where we'll be talking about some other crypto stuff that's going on, as well as some news that's going on with BlockFi, more elaborated. And I will highlight just kind of the main point with that though in this video. So we got some news and some technical analysis going on. We're less than 4 minutes to go on the new daily candle now. Just so you guys know, we're at $57,319. We'll keep an eye on this chart here once we hit that new daily chart candle position. But in the meantime, I'm going to go over some of the news for you guys and just try and conserve on some of our time. Excuse me. If you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. I'm trying to push every video for that, and I can't do it without your guys' help. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for your help. Also, if you click the bell icon, that would really help out in actually letting you get notified whenever we have a new video, and you guys can stay up to date with everything. So like I said, we got less than 4 minutes to go. Looking more than likely, we're going to be right around $57,300 range or so here for the daily candle close. This is going to be quite interesting for the next day and how things pan out, and I'm going to go over the reasons behind that. So if we can actually close in the next 3 minutes, get a nice little shoot up here, a couple $100, it'd be amazing, but more than likely that's not going to happen. Over on Twitter, if you want to check me out, I am at Atlas Official TV. My name is right down here, guys. But what other people are talking about, what's going on in the news? Elon Musk had sent out a tweet. He said, BTC, Bitcoin, is an anagram of TBC, the boring company. What a coincidence. I mean, I don't really understand this guy. He trashes the price of what's going on with his own stock, and now he's going through a lawsuit with one of his shareholders because of that. He ended up trashing the idea of Bitcoin being too high of price after he just invested into that too, which caused the price partially to also go down. I mean, it didn't help it any when he says that it's overvalued. And he's made over $1 billion in profit now as a company since he invested into Bitcoin. And we're talking about profit of what Bitcoin's value has added to, right? So the fact that he's saying something like this, calling it boring, when he's shilling Dogecoin all the time, which he didn't invest a ton into Dogecoin, and Dogecoin is a meme and it's a joke, something that's more serious than trying to grow like Bitcoin. I just find a tweet like this personally to be a bit over the top, unnecessary. I don't get it. Let's go ahead and go on to the next bit. Microstrategy has purchased an additional 262 Bitcoins for $15 million. They just keep buying more and more and more Bitcoin. I thought they already reached their limit. $15 million in cash at an average price of $57,146 per Bitcoin as of March 12, 2021. We hodled 91,326 Bitcoins acquired for $2.211 billion at an average price of $24,214 per Bitcoin. They are just killing it, man. That's what I really like to see. 1 year ago today, the price of Bitcoin was $3,800. If you guys remember, this is the anniversary of when Bitcoin had just massively tanked down. This is very funny, I thought. This guy said, my boxer was watching me put my entire stimulus into Bitcoin. I hope you guys get a good reference of this, because it's basically saying, like, you know, you've worn out your underwear for so long. Instead of buying new underwear, you just keep putting all your money into Bitcoin. And now that you've got, like, money for necessities of things, you're just still just going to put it into more Bitcoin. So I absolutely love that. If those who hold Bitcoin were their own country, they would now be the 33rd richest nation in the world and wealthier than New Zealand. Third stimulus check is 33 million Bitcoin. So wow, things are going crazy with that. Now we are, again, just 1 minute away, less than a minute away from the new daily charts. There we go. New daily candle set up 57,220 as the low. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page here. And we are off. I am largely suspecting, guys, that today is going to be the day that we test the all-time high and potentially set a new all-time high. So I hope you guys are ready for this. We're seeing a wave of green starting off. Now there comes some red zones. People are doing some selling pressure on this. As far as the channel goes, if you take a look here, we do have a lot of range of potential movement down. These dips that are going down here are sequentially going higher, which is something that's very interesting. I mean, just look, every single candle has a new higher low, right? All the way back from March 5th. So the next day it dropped down a ton, but it was still higher than the previous day. And then the same thing with the candle. Actually went all the way down, or started off here and then just went up from the day. Then the next day, same thing. It was higher than the previous low, etc., all throughout these. So if this was to continue on, then maybe we could see a dip down to $55,500 or so, right? This is through a trend continuation before we see it starting to push back up. So it's getting smaller and smaller as it tries to do that in this channel. Theoretically, if we just kind of move sideways into a consolidated space, we'd be looking right around March 19th or so before it decided to make an actual move. And with us being up so close to the top right here, a lot of people are FOMOing in. A lot of people don't want to miss out on the opportunity, as it looks like we're getting ready to go into another territory zone. So we are much more on the bullish side right now than the bearish side. So do keep that in mind, okay? And we do have a level of resistance. We'll talk about all this in just a little bit here. Now we're seeing even more red. It is looking like quite a bit of selling pressure going off for the start of the day. How long this will last, we'll have to wait and see. But overall, with news, things have been really good. And again, we got more news that we're going to try and cover, and I'm going to try and go through these pretty quickly for you guys. Ethereum price is set to go ballistic on NFT mania. Ethereum to $1 trillion market cap. First mover advantages in NFTs could see Ethereum eclipse Bitcoin's dominance. Do you guys think that Ethereum could hit a $1 trillion market cap in the future? Or do you think as time goes on, some of these other projects are going to overtake it and be worth more value? Let me know in the comments, and let everyone else know in the comments down below too. Binance is going through a little bit of scrutiny right now, but it doesn't look like it's actually anything that's going to be that serious. Binance Holdings Ltd, the largest crypto exchange by volume, according to CoinMarketCap.com, was being investigated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to determine whether U.S. residents breached securities law by trading derivatives on the exchange, according to a report from Bloomberg News on Friday, citing people familiar. Binance hasn't been accused of any wrongdoing, and the investigation may lead to no action. Binance co-founder Changpeng Zhao has said that the platform adheres to U.S. rules and has a strong control to prevent its customers from laundering funds. BlockFi, sorry. This is just a key highlight for you guys. And again, I'll have a separate video where I'll go ahead and go way more in depth into this. You guys can check that out. I plan on getting that up the same day as I'm making this video. The waitlist is officially open for the first ever Bitcoin rewards credit card from BlockFi. There's a $200 annual fee and few benefits unless you plan to invest in and trade cryptocurrency. Deciding whether to open a Bitcoin credit card relies on understanding the volatility of the market, right? So those are just the key highlights from this, but like the big takeaway is that now the BlockFi Bitcoin credit card is starting to move more. So I am currently on the wait list. I do use BlockFi. In fact, I have an affiliate link. So I believe the benefits are actually even better for you guys now because I have that affiliate link status. And if you want to check that out, it's in the description down below. Basically, you have a chance to get up to $250 in bonus crypto. It works out through this payout structure right here. You guys can go check it out if you want to. I have my crypto invested or staked into BlockFi, and I've been earning an interest on it. And I personally like them. I like what they're standing for. I feel pretty confident about them. But always, take your own due diligence to do your guys' research. If you want to pursue it, it's there. I have links to other things too, Coinbase, if you guys want to check that out. I don't have Gemini in there, but if you want a Gemini referral link, just tell me in the comments below. I could send it to you guys there if you want. And then there's also for Webull and Robinhood, you guys can get some free stocks. So a whole bunch of free money things, and the links are all in the chat. And so now we're going to go head over to the charts here, right? Looking at Bitcoin, having a little bit of a dip here on the new daily candle formation. What's interesting is that the amount on the body right here is getting pretty close to what we were seeing for the daily close with Bitcoin as far as yesterday's movement goes. And the question I'm sure in a lot of people's minds is going to be, is the next 24 hours when we see finally break above $60,000? Or even more importantly, if we're going to break above the all-time high, the $58,365. We may end up just going up a little bit above this and pulling back, but if you want my opinion, I think we are much more likely to break the all-time high today than to not break it. If this pushes all the way up, you guys can see in this candle position with that channel, right, breaking above, you can see a break above, came down, break above, and then the next day it came down more. If this decides to repeat that pattern, it is going to coincide with that all-time high. So I think there's a very high likelihood chance that over the next 24 hours, we will end up breaking that. We got to break above $57,630 first. Break above $58,386 roughly. That's the new all-time high. Further continuation up. Would love to see it tap into our previous zone of continuation patterns right here, but first we got to get above the Fibonacci sequence. That's at $65,104. The point of entry on this pattern would be all the way up to $73,536, and then potentially some consolidation before it decides to go up more. That would be amazing if it could do that, but that's quite a bit of a gap from where we're at currently. When we break the all-time high, though, the sky's the limit, and man, when this thing runs, it can run. And we got a lot of interesting stuff going on. If this decides that it wants to drop down, guys, then we're seeing it go all the way down. What's interesting is that this coincides with this point right here, too. That's all the way down at $52,650, okay? So $52,605 or so, and then a further level drop down below that is going to be at $51,730, and then of course we have $50,000 as a level of support. The RSI is still looking quite strong, even though we're in a bull market. This starts to fall to the wayside when we really have a strong push up. Technical radar is suggesting as a buy as well. We're going to swap this over to Ethereum. And before I forget, because I do want to think about this, the F2 pool outflow, I do want to take a quick look and see how their movements are going on, because things have been absolutely crazy with them. And thankfully, we do have a little bit of a dissension going on here. It would be nice to see them going back to their previous levels. They're really low like this here, but this is the amount of flows from this mining company. And so yesterday for the daily, they had 2,700. Wait, what happened to this? Let me refresh the page. I kind of zoomed out and then it didn't do it quite right. So my bad. It's 1,731. The day before was 4,217. And then for March 12th's candle, their pulling of the numbers is 1,713. So you can see quite a bit of a dip right there. Hopefully it continues to drop down, because the amount that they've done total has been absolutely insane. Now looking at Ethereum having a little bit of a dip here, showing support at the $1,750 range. That's looking pretty strong. If it dips down further, we have $1,700. That's coinciding with the 21 EMA. A significant drop down to 1,500 from a psychological standpoint. There we go. There's the 1,500. And then down below that is 1,400. RSI is right in the median zone. Technical charts are suggesting as a buy. The volume has been pretty averaged out, even with the NFT news, which is interesting. And if this decides that it wants to go back up, guys, we are forming a pretty strong cup and handle style pattern right here. As you guys can see from this formation, we very well could end up seeing a breakout very soon, because this is looking like a very strong formation of a cup and handle. I've been talking about that for a couple days now. We have $1,975 and then $2,000 as some key levels to break above first off, then $2,050, and then we go into the price discovery zone. There, we're going to be trying to aim for $2,500 next as our main objective. Okay, I'm going to go and wrap up the video there, guys. We're seeing a little bit of a recovery going on right now as of the time I'm making this video, but it's just slight. We're still having that major pullback. So we'll have to see how things play out over the next 24 hours. I'm still bullish. I'm not a financial advisor. Please keep that in mind, everybody. So I hope you guys had a good time while you're here. Hopefully this was some valuable information for you, and do not forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes, every video to 100 likes. Click the bell icon so you know whenever we have a new video. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? Are we going to hit $60,000 over the next 24 hours? I know the red right now looks scary, okay, but we've had plenty of days before where it drops during the first part of the day, and then it recovers, and it goes up more, and it goes up and up and up and up. So I still am leaning bullish on this. It could have another hurtful day. We're still in that ascending channel, but I wouldn't be too stressed out, everybody. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode.